Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to be sharing the 5 things we wish we knew before getting rabbits. We have been raising rabbits for over 3 years now, and we are going to be sharing the key things that we wish we knew before we could get into rabbits. We have had to learn the hard way, and we have made mistakes, and we have been able to recover from them. So we are going to be sharing a few things that we actually wish we knew before we got started with rabbits. So guys, according to YouTube, 80% of our viewers that are actually watching our videos are not subscribed to the channel. So please, if you're one of those people that have been watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please take a moment and subscribe to the channel so that every time we release a new video, you are notified to join us so that we can watch together. Please also, if you enjoy watching our content, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, because that's how you give YouTube feedback that we are giving you value content. Then they will suggest our videos to the next viewer. One of the things we wish we knew at the point of starting our farm was actually, guys, sourcing for quality breeds of rabbits. Initially, guys, it really didn't matter which kind of breed of rabbit that we were getting. We just wanted to get a rabbit, and majorly we relied on the rabbit breeders that we had at that particular time to kind of give us rabbits that they had at their farm that were available for sale. So we have had to come through very many series of restocking rabbits to get the best quality breeds of rabbits that we currently have on the farm. Sometimes this is because probably you actually do not know what you're looking for. That could be one of the reasons. But the other reason could just be that you are looking for the cheapest rabbit available for you to be able to cut on the cost. That way you end up with rabbits which are really not going to be performing on your farm. So what do you need to do? You need to find a very organized, well-established rabbit breeder near you. Take your time and look for the breeder, even if it means traveling several hours to be able to get to a proper rabbit breeder. Please do so, because the way you start your farm is going to determine how you're going to be succeeding on your rabbit farm. In most African countries, you're not going to be finding a pedigree rabbit, but please ensure that at least the breeder that you are getting from your rabbits, you'll be able to ask them the following questions. The very key question is going to be, how many rabbits does the mother rabbit that gave birth to that rabbit that they want to sell to you, how many babies does it give birth to? And you should be looking at an average of about 6 to 8 bunnies. That should be a good one for you to be able to buy from. And also ask how big the mother rabbit is in terms of weight, and also ask at what age do their rabbit reach processing age, and what is the weight at that point. Of course, your target should be looking at about 2 kilos of live weight at about 4 months. That should be good, because this is going to give you some kind of idea on how good their rabbit bloodline is. Another important aspect for you to ask the rabbit breeder is going to be the type of feed that they feed their rabbit, because it's going to be very important when you're transitioning your rabbit from that feed to the feed that is available in your area. And if possible, guys, if you can request a few kgs of that feed so that you take it with you and you use it to transition your rabbit to the feed that is available in your area, that would be nice. Another key aspect, guys, is going to be, if possible, pick these rabbits yourself from the rabbit breeder's farm. Of course, they are going to be something for you to learn if you physically go to the farm to pick these rabbits. Unless you can't really make it, there is when you can rely on these delivery guys to give you the rabbits. But the key thing here, guys, is that if you actually go to the farm and pick the rabbits yourself, you are also going to be able to see the mother rabbits which gave birth to these rabbits which they have sold to you. The other key thing is going to be that you are going to be able to see whether this rabbit breeder is indeed keeping records to kind of validate the information that they have shared with you. So it's going to be very important that you go to the farm, and of course also you get to now see their setup, which you can learn from a thing or two and go and implement once you get to your farm. The other thing, guys, that we wish we knew while getting rabbits is, guys, having our rabbit setup ready before we could acquire the rabbits. Now, for us, when we were getting rabbits, we had actually one rabbit hatch, which was 8 rooms, and we started with 8 rabbits. So from the very start, our rabbit farm was at full capacity. And guys, like you know, rabbits, once they start breeding, it's really very fast. So you're going to find that you're going to be lacking space where you're going to be putting the bunnies once they jump out of the nest box and at winning age, because you actually did not plan. And of course, it is not cheap to build a rabbit hutch, so it is not something that you're just going to jump into. You need to mobilize resources, so you need some form of planning for you to be able to put up a rabbit hutch. So if you actually get your rabbits before you have your setup ready, you are going to be running into these issues. So if you're going to be starting, let's say, with about 8 bunnies, ensure that you have at least maybe about 16 cages which are free for you to be able to move in rabbits once your rabbits start giving birth. So that way you're going to ensure that you have some breathing space for you to be able to construct new cages, to also be able to expand the farm. Then the other key thing, guys, as part of your rabbit setup, ensure that you actually have rabbit feed. Now, that is another thing that is overlooked. You find that most farmers go and buy rabbits, bring them to the farm, and they don't have feeds at the farm to feed to the rabbits. So you find that after bringing the rabbits on the farm, then they go and look for the feeds, or while coming from the farm to pick the rabbits, then they go and buy a few feeds to actually run them a few days. What I would advise is that, guys, actually get feeds which can last you about 30 days. Now, that's going to be your rabbit mash or concentrate feed and hay, and ensure that that feed is available at the farm. Now, for you, your worry will only be to take care of the bunnies once you get them at the farm. The other key aspect, guys, that you need not to overlook when starting your rabbit farm is going to be ventilation, guys. If you're going to be having your rabbit cages indoors, you should actually make sure that you have proper ventilation, guys. This is going to be very key because rabbits can actually do very well in the cold than they do in the hot environment. So free flow of air in your rabbit structure is going to be very important. And also, you know that rabbit droppings and urine have a high concentration of ammonia. And if this ammonia does not find avenues to escape from your rabbit structure, then your rabbits are going to be sneezing, which is going to give them rabbit snuffles. And you are going to be dealing with this problem ever on your farm. So, guys, how do you know that actually your rabbit structure has a high concentration of ammonia? It's going to be if you cannot stay for about 30 minutes in your rabbit structure without sneezing. So, guys, we have come to realize that actually wooden cages are very cheap in a short run. We have had these cages for now 3 years, at least most of them. Because we went on increasing the number of cages as the farm grew. So the very first ones are about 3 years old. And guys, we have made several repairs on those rabbit cages. And even actually some are actually not usable at all, because they actually need major repairs for them to be able to be in use again. So we have really thought that if you are starting and you want to start right, just start with all wire cages, because that is going to be very cheap in the long run, because they are going to last you at least I think about 5 years, and you should have made your money out of them. However, with all wire cages, you should be very careful when it comes to the flow of your cage. It should be the right gauge, and you should be using between 14 to 16 gauge wire. and of maybe half inch by 1 inch. That should be very good, guys. If you try to use very thin wires, you're going to be having problems with your rabbits. Your rabbits are going to develop some leg issues. This is commonly known as sawhawks, and this can end up being really problematic on your farm. Now, guys, the other thing that we wish we knew before starting rabbits was not to rely heavily on pelleted feed. Now, for the first year of raising our rabbits, we were actually feeding our rabbits purely on pellet. And we realized that, guys, the rabbits were even not growing at the rate we expected them to grow, but the cost of feed was out of the roof. So, guys, later on we realized that when you mix your own feed, you actually cut your cost of feeding by more than half. And that way we have been able to, guys, make feeds that are tailored to the performance that we want, and then also be able to maximize on the growth of our rabbits. What we have also come to learn is that you can add natural remedies in your feed mixture to kind of boost the immune system of your rabbits, which is very difficult when it comes to depending on pelleted feed from the feed store, and it doesn't allow you to kind of manipulate it in any way. Otherwise, if you've watched the video this far, please consider subscribing to the channel. Turn on the notification bell so that the next time we upload a video, you are notified to come and watch. Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video.